So you all told that you want some core job profile. So here we are. PG Academics and Career Council has arranged this talk for chemical engineers in the one of the best companies, that is Navin Fluorine International Limited. For today's session, we have our speakers, Ms. Vaishali Patel and Mr. Soumyadeep Ghosh. Hi Vaishali, how are you?
I'm doing great, Khushbu. How are you?
I am good too. Hi Soumyadeep, what about you? I think he's facing some network issues. Okay, so from here on, Jayashree will take on the session. Jayashree?
Yes, thank you, Khushbu. Hi, everyone. This is an interaction session. We have our two seniors, Vaishali Patel and Soumyadeep Ghosh from Y19 batch of chemical department with us. Both of them got placed in Navin Fluorine International Limited. So in order to carry out the session smoothly, please raise your hand if you have any questions or doubts, or you can drop the question in the chat box when you are having queries during the session. Okay. Hi, Vaishali and Soumyadeep. Could you guys please introduce yourself briefly? Let's start with Vaishali, please.
Yes. Hello, everyone. So I am Vaishali Patel, and I completed my BTech from NIT Bhopal in 2018. And then I prepared for GATE exam, and then I joined IIT Kanpur in 2019 in chemical department. So I do not have any job experience. And yeah, this was all about me.
Thank you, Vaishali. Soumyadeep?
I think he has left the meeting.
Okay. That's fine. We'll carry forward, and once he joins, I'll ask him to introduce himself. Okay. Could you please tell that what is the shortlisting criteria or eligibility criteria for this particular company, and also the selection procedure?
So for Navin Fluorine, initially they told us they will be conducting group discussion. Then they will shortlist the students. But at last, when they came actually for the campus placement in December, so they just shortlisted from resume only. Like they shortlisted 7 to 8 students, and everyone was having above 8-pointer.
Okay.
So this was their criteria.
So what was the selection procedure? How many interviews did they conduct? Or
selection procedure was, there was one round only, interview round.
Okay.
Yes, so there was no written test and no group discussion.
Okay, just one technical interview.
Yes, both were combined, like technical plus HR.
Okay, okay, thank you. Could you please tell your interview experience of Navin Fluorine?
So basically, it was a core company. So they were majorly focusing on core questions, on core chemical questions only. Initially, they started with the introduction, like every company would ask about your introduction. And then they were majorly focusing on the resume. Whatever you have written in your resume, they will ask. Like they started first with MTech project. So they asked 6 to 7 questions from my MTech project only. Then I was not having any job experience. So they asked me about my internships. Those who were having the job experience, they asked about their job experience. So they asked me about my internships, like what was my role, what I have done. So these the basic questions from my internships. Then comes the part of core chemical. So for the core chemical, they've asked like designing of heat exchangers and what are the type of heat exchangers and in which situation you are going to use which heat exchanger. So these type of basic questions like you will be preparing and you all have cleared. If you are MTech student, then you have all cleared GATE. So you might know about all those questions. Then basically they were recruiting for their future leadership program. So they were testing our leadership quality. So they gave us 4 to 5 situations in which we have to solve those situations. And yeah, that was all about it.
Can you please tell the situations if that is
not like
important?
I don't remember exactly all the situations, but yeah, there was a situation where they asked, you are leading a team of 4 to 5 people and some people are doing really great and some people are not doing any work. So how would you praise them, the ones who are doing without hurting others? So these types of situations were there.
Okay. Thank you. And the next most curious question is that how did you prepare for the placement? Like when did you start, or what are the sources that you have used for the preparation? And from the starting, are you preparing only for core profiles or like that? Yes.
So basically, I was not really preparing for core company. Okay, I was not sure about this. I would be got selected in core company. So I was preparing for the data analyst as well as consultancy also.
Okay.
Okay, so first I started my preparation from May to June with Python. And this was the easiest language I could learn. So I started with Python, and it took around July, and I was only doing I was only learning Python. Then came the month for resume preparation. So we all got busy with the resume preparation. And after with the resume, now actually we started preparing. I started preparing for the placements. The first thing, I divided my preparation into two parts. Like I have to prepare for the core profile also and non-core profile also. So for the core one, if you are an MTech student or an MS student, you should really study really well your MTech project. Okay, they will surely ask this thing, MTech project. So I worked on my MTech project. Actually, my project was an experimental one, so I was not having much work at home. So I used to devote my time in this placement preparation.
Okay.
Then I used to solve aptitude questions from Pariksha, and also India Bix also you can refer. Then we have HR questions also. We have to prepare for HR ones also. So for HR questions, I referred PrepLeaf. They have uploaded many videos on their YouTube channel. So you can refer from them. They really helped it. And next thing, for the core ones, I referred my GATE notes. All the 5 subjects: heat transfer, mass transfer, thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, instrumentation. So all those questions, all those notes you can also refer. The next thing is, I think, yeah, for the non-core ones, I prefer guesstimate. I study guesstimates, case study, puzzles. So yeah, their sources are, so you can get on the YouTube channels only. They are much like, you can go through them.
Okay. Did the interview happen online or face to face?
Online.
Because of the, okay.
Yeah. Can you please? There is some question in the chat box.
Okay. They are asking, can you please tell some of the questions asked from thesis part?
Thesis part.
Yeah.
Like every student have a different project, right? So mine was first I had to explain my project. Okay, so I was working on polydimethylsiloxane sheets. I was fabricating them. Okay, so then they asked, what are you calculating? Can I use any other materials? So such type of questions were there, very basic questions.
Okay. There was a question like, is it risky to strictly adhere to core profile preparation as the number of core companies visited are very few in the last placement season?
Yeah, I think that's why I started preparing for 2 to 3 profiles, like the core and the non-core one also, because I was not sure that we will have enough core companies. But thanks to our placement coordinator, he still worked really hard, and we had enough core companies. Actually, some of the companies back out also at the last moment, so that's why. Okay. But I would say you should also prepare for any other profile if you're interested in non-core ones. So then you can prepare for data analyst and consultancy, because for these profiles, you really don't need to study like coding.
Okay. In core profiles, like what set of softwares would be helpful to learn for core profile placements?
Like I learned MATLAB and ANSYS.
Okay.
These two I prefer.
Okay. Are extracurricular activities or position of responsibility is important for core companies?
No, they do not actually matter, because I was also the secretary in international relation wing, and they didn't ask me anything about it. But you should prepare very well if you're writing in your resume. And if you're having something extracurricular activities, then it's really good.
Okay. Okay. Which subjects from chemical engineering are mostly important from interview point of view, and to what depth of difficulty level questions would be?
Like, I think heat transfer, mass transfer, and fluid mechanics. These three subjects you should study really, really well.
Okay.
Difficulty level was like there was a company Lumos Technology, so they asked really hard, really questions in depth. Okay, from
Okay.
mass transfer. So it depends on the company what they are majorly focusing on. Like this Naveen Flooring is focusing on the leadership quality. So
Okay.
it depends on the company.
There is a question that how deeply they ask in the interview from the core subjects if we compare them with GATE exam questions.
If you have prepared already for GATE exam, then I think it would be enough. I think Somadev can also answer this question.
Is he
The
there?
difficulty level of questions like he has faced.
Okay.
Somadev.
Yeah, Vaishali, yeah. Yeah,
Thank
let me first
you.
introduce myself that I missed some of the earlier parts. So as you all know, I'm Somadev Ghosh. I'm a master student in chemical engineering. I did my BTech from Jadavpur University in 2018, and I worked for 1 year as a GET in a fertilizer company named Matix Fertilizer and Chemical. So yeah, which IT company allow MTech chemical engineering student? Okay, I'm coming to that. The difficulty level, if you ask, compared to GATE, the basic thing is that GATE is a basically theoretical kind of exam. So there, most of the question you expect much more numerical question in the GATE. But in this kind interview kind of question, they are not interested in that much of details. Rather, they are more focused on practical oriented questions. Like from heat transfer, they will more focus on heat exchanger. From fluid mechanics, they will focus on pump, compressor, like mass transfer in absorption tower, distillation tower. So I think that particular some application oriented section that need to be more studied consciously. So I think that is more important in chemical engineering. Like in Novin Fluorine International Limited, they asked me almost 10 to 15 minutes about pump, just about pump, nothing else. When I said fluid mechanics is my favorite subject, so they just asked me about pumps, nothing else, and 1 or 2 from compressor. So, so I think that thing is need to be covered when you are going into the interview.
Okay, thank you. Like any one of you or both of you could say this, like suggestions or guidance for the preparation particular to core profiles, like from when they should start and how they should go till they get crack a good one. Yes.
So preparation, as Vaishali also mentioned, that frankly speaking, in this situation, in especially core sectors, the jobs are relatively uncertain and random. So you can't just only focus. Is from my point of view, unless and until you have a lot of passion about it, but you just can't only focus on core. So side by side, you can also prepare for the non-core jobs also. So I also did that. I learned a few languages like Python. I learned. I also learned a bit of C, which I didn't know before this preparation section. So I learned those 2 languages. Then a few softwares like ANSYS, COMSOL. Those are always helpful. So you can do that side by side. And also the most important part in most of the companies, core companies, not too much in Novin Fluorine, but in other company that I know, they asked a lot of questions about your MTech project. So whatever you are doing, it has to be well conscious about it. You have to be well conscious about your project. So that can be asked, and try to link your project with the company profile. Like Novin Fluorine actually asked me. They asked me a lot of questions about project, and after I answered all of them, they asked me, "Tell me how can you connect our work to your project?" So whenever you are going to any interview, then try to at least whatever connection is possible, so try to do that. And another preparation aspect is brush up your basic chemical engineering knowledge. like Vaishali mentioned, that heat transfer, mass transfer, thermodynamics, you need to brush up everything. And I think most of the students actually did some internship in BTech. So they will mention their internship. So they will ask anything from the internship. So try to prepare that also. So if you are writing something, you prepare, you done an internship in a refinery. So of course there will be some section in refinery, like there are different sections like cracking, reforming. Those are common term in chemical engineering. So you need to properly understand the procedure. They may ask you what is cracking, what is reforming, some basic conceptual question they will ask. So try to prepare well in internship. That's very important.
Okay.
Where
Coming to the subjects, I have one question. Coming to the subjects, will they ask anything regarding our MTech, whatever coursework that we have did in MTech, like the subjects, the
yeah,
advanced subjects?
they actually asked me what are the coursework you did. I mentioned all the 6 courses. Then they asked me other than these 6 courses, did you study any of some kind of computational or simulation kind of course? I had one molecular modeling course. I have done it. So I said that. Then I said no. Besides those courses, I didn't do any other courses. So they said okay, fine. So that's a disadvantage of IIT Kanpur, because you are not well equipped with the with the softwares which are generally trained in other IITs like Madras and Kharagpur. But whatever subject you know, try to mention as fluently as you can.
Okay. Vaishali, would you like to add something to this?
Yeah, I think you should brush up your those 5 important subjects and just prepare your resume very well. Whatever you are writing, just have something backup for it. Like if you have mentioned something that I've organized an event, and what were the problems you have faced, something like that. You should prepare these things really well. And your MTech project is very important if you're an MTech student.
Okay.
Yeah, hello. Someone actually asked the question about the BTech project, right?
Yes.
So yeah,
Our
Devanjan
question
asked the
asked from
question
BTech
about
project.
BTech project. Look, the issue is that if you are really did well in BTech project, then it's okay. Personally, I don't have much depth on my DTech project, so actually I try to avoid it. So if somebody did it, it's okay. So there is no problem in that. So whatever you write on the CV, you need to prepare well, because they can
Yeah,
ask.
you should prepare your resume very well. They can ask anything about from your resume.
Yeah.
If you're mentioning it in your resume, then they might ask. They didn't ask us, but they can.
Okay. Coming to resume that particular to core profiles, will there be any positive, negative points that would be pointed out straight away after seeing the resume that you can mention some so that it would be helpful to us?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Like in particular to core profiles, while preparing for a resume for core profiles, will there be any like points that would be pointed out, like we should not mention these, we should mention these only, like that? Are there any things like that?
Oh, I don't think so. It's like that. You can mention this or not. So whether you want to
like some of the people might have done like non-core like any consultancy or finance projects that they might have done.
Yeah, it would doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the core resume. Okay, in the core, if you are preparing a resume for core profile, then those internship won't matter. And even it affect your interview also. Like you have done your internships in the non-core profiles, and now you want to join in the core profile. So I would suggest not to mention those and mention only the core internships.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Vaishali that you shouldn't do, because it will unnecessarily lengthen your CV.
Yeah.
And then the main points can get distracted. So it's not necessary. But yeah, if you did job in some IT company for 2-3 years, then you can mention your work experience. So I think that you can mention, but you have to face the question you have to face the question that why did you leave the job? and why you are again want to join a job which is different from your previous field. So you have to prepare those two questions well. If you can prepare it, then it's okay.
Okay, thank you. Guys, if you have any questions, please ask. You can unmute yourself or you can write in a chat box.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
Bibi.
Hi, actually, I have one question. Which softwares we need to prepare, like ANSYS Fluid or like R programming, or which for the core companies, which programming or which softwares we need to know, like DWC or any other else?
Vivek, look, if you are doing simulation project, at first you should have proper knowledge of your projects, whatever software you are using in your project. If you are currently working on simulation, so if you are not working on simulation, if you are working on suppose experiment or something else, then at least I will suggest you try to learn at least MATLAB. That will really strengthen your CV. And if you have time, you can look for Aspen if you have time, because Aspen is very widely useful software in industries. But don't unnecessarily put pressure on it, because it will ultimately doesn't matter that much, because if you doesn't write in your CV, they will not ask you. So if you are writing in your CV, only they will ask you. So I think at least MATLAB is enough just for extracurricular software learning skill. Vaishali, if you want to add something.
Yeah, like I was my project was experimental, so there was no software used. So I learned MATLAB and ANSYS. So if you want, you can add, but that doesn't really matter, as Somadev said. If you're adding something, then you should know about those.
Yeah.
Does pointer matter after shortlisting? No. Pointer only matters until and unless you are shortlisted. Then after, during your interview, pointer won't matter.
And also, I think only few companies pointer actually mattered. I think 1 or 2 companies 8 pointer plus are
NFIL
allowed.
and Lumus was there. These two companies, right?
Yeah, NFIL, I don't know what was their shortlisting criteria.
Yeah, their
They didn't reveal.
shortlisting criteria can't be said, but
but everybody shortlisted was, I think, above 8.
yeah.
I think he tried to maintain 8 because that will help, but it is not necessarily that. There are a lot of companies like Tata Steel, HPCL, R&D, some big companies, some reputed companies, but they didn't look for CGP at all.
Okay.
One more question: which IT companies which IT companies for the MTech chemical engineering students allow? Which IT companies allow the chemical engineering students? Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like ExxonMobil was there. It was not for the core profile, right, Somadev?
No, it was industrial management kind of profile.
Yes. And ICICI Bank was there. Many companies were
No,
there.
I think IT company, I think, I think Google also allow chemical engineering.
Yeah, software companies will allow every branch.
Every software company.
If you know coding, then yes, you will be eligible for all the software companies.
Most of the software and non-core companies.
Flipkart, Myntra.
Yeah.
You are eligible for all those companies. But yeah, you should know the coding.
I have a question that what should be the preparation pathway that you would suggest to get to the tech companies, the big tech companies that come to our campus?
Tech means in core or non-core?
Core.
Yeah, as I mentioned, that you need to, whatever you write on your CV, you need to absolutely confident about it, and be prepared for your project well, brush up your chemical engineering knowledge, and yeah, I think that are the basically trick. There is no other.
And what about the you just spoke about the Google and the Flipkart, what they particularly link about, means like the languages, DS, algo, what they look for in us?
I really don't know about these companies. I didn't prepare for the software profiles.
Yeah, I also didn't prepare for software profiles. In I think the software profile is it's difficult because unless and until you are not pro at coding,
Yeah,
it's difficult.
you have to compete with those CSS students.
Yes,
Okay, they were doing coding for 4 years.
That is a bit tricky because they will ask you to do live coding. So it's difficult, but if you are knowledgeable in coding, that's okay. That you can always avail that.
My question is to Vaishali ma'am. As you said, you also prepared for Python and other programming languages. Did you see it for any IT companies before the NFIL?
I was giving test because in the September, October, November, many companies were having their test. So I used to give their test, but I didn't clear. I learned Python, but I didn't clear anywhere.
From what resources have you learned Python?
For Python, one Udemy channel, one from Udemy and some from YouTube channel.
Okay. Guys, any other questions? Please ask.
Rajesh has asked what kind of questions they were asking to check the leadership quality. So, Sandeep, can you suggest? Do you remember any situation that they asked you?
Yeah. Actually, this particular company NFIL, they recruited us in the future leadership program. So their questions are inclined towards those leadership skills. They asked me about like they asked me whether you are a more leader-like personality or a team member type of personality. Then they asked me about they already Vaishali she mentioned that they gave some situation. They asked me to do analysis on that, and also I was a organizer in a college fest in my BTech college. They asked me what responsibilities you undertook on that project. So they this kind of question they asked.
Okay.
So Aman has asked how many core companies visited during 2020. I think 7 to 8 companies. Right?
I think more than that because a lot of the companies didn't take anyone.
Yeah, many companies back out also. More than that, more than 7 to 8 companies came to our campus.
If you guys could remember, can you name them?
Yeah, sure.
Is it mandatory to have proofs for any POR that we held in the past and mentioned in our resume? Yes, you should have proof for any POR you are writing in your resume. Actually, whatever you are writing in your resume, you need to have the proof for everything. Right, Somadev?
Yeah, absolutely. Your DPC will not allow.
Yes.
The placement cell will not allow you to write anything unless and until you prove that.
Karthik has asked, please suggest some don'ts during our personal interview.
Strict don'ts. Okay. Vaishali?
I don't actually remember what are the strict don'ts.
That's fine. We can go to next question.
Somebody actually asked that what kind of post. So did you ask something the company name?
Yes, I asked like what are the core companies that have visited last year, if you could remember.
Yeah, in name, yes. The NFIL visited the first. I think Lomas is another one.
Tata Advanced was there.
Tata Advanced, Tata Steel.
Technique was there. Tata Steel, HPCL.
R&D. Those have visited and took students from them, and a lot of them actually took tests. Some of them like Vantage.
Nippon Steel was there.
Nippon Steel.
Vantage was there. Vantage was also there.
Vantage was also there. Jacobi Chemical also shortlisted some of the students but later backed out.
Yeah. Evonik was there.
Evonik was there. Another one. Took test.
I have academic gap of 4 years. Does it affect my placement?
So what are you doing in this 4 years?
Yeah, you have to justify something like what were you doing?
So what are you doing? Are you coming from job?
No, he's having a gap.
Uttam.
Hello, Uttam. Hello.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. If you have gap, I think you have to justify it, because but if you are coming out of job, then it can be some kind of advantage, because I have 1 year of job experience. So they asked me almost 15 minutes from my job experience and what did I do in my job. So that can help actually. But without any job or any academic curriculum, then you have to justify it. So why it is that.
What was the time duration of your interview? It depends. So both, like for Somadev, it was like 1 hour, right? And for me, it was only 35 minutes. So it doesn't really matter, the time duration.
Okay. What kind of behavioral questions they asked, if you could remember?
Behavioral question, they that I already mentioned, that they asked about whether you love to lead a team or you love to be a team member. That question they asked. They asked me about what you used to do in your free times. That they asked me.
Yeah, and if you're leading a team, then they also ask me. So they will ask the situation. When did you lead the team? What were the problems you faced? So yeah, if you're saying yes, then you should be prepared for the backup also. They will ask the question again. Please tell facts from HR.
If we get placed in one, can you sit for another company? No, you can't sit. If you placed in one company, your profile will be like locked. You can't.
Karthik, I would say if you want to prepare for HR questions, then you should refer PrepLeaf. They won't tell you the answer, but they will tell you how to tell a story for the HR question. So I would say you can prefer there. And Somadev, do you want to?
PrepLeaf is a very beautiful medium to learn the.
The minimum CPI required for most of the companies for both core and non-core. For the non-core, I don't think CPI was a criteria. And for the core one, at least have 8 CPI.
Yeah, but if you don't have 8, don't desert on it, because a lot of the company will
People
not
below 8 have also got placed.
8 is good. Yeah.
How many students were placed from your batch?
10 students at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Guys, any other questions, please ask. If not, we can close the session. Just one question, like, can you please explain the placement? Like, I have heard from seniors that it will take place in 3 days, like first day, second day, third day. Can you please explain the procedure once, how it happened, and from when the aptitude test like will be taken and all?
Yeah, placement happens. I think in our time, I think aptitude test will start from October beginning, even earlier, basically, right?
Yes.
Or October.
From October.
From October, yeah. So the interview is scheduled from December 1 to December 15. 15 days of schedule used to generally happen. For our time, it was just for 1 week. But in that, so yeah, day one, it depends on the basically salary most of the cases, because the company is offering higher
big
package.
Companies come on the day one.
Used to come at day one, then gradually falls that. So
for us, it was Naveen Florian on day one, and Jacoby was about to come on day 2, but this company didn't come. Okay. So yeah.
I think after day one from our batch, the next placement was at the end of day 7.
Yeah. We were not having any company between, like the core company.
Core company didn't come in between that. So, but don't get disheartened. Like HPCL R&D is such a reputed company, such a big company. It came
Tata Steel.
Tata Steel came in January, and HPCL I think came in April. I think, no, April or March.
Yeah, like that.
April. They came at April. So don't get disheartened about that. As I already said, that it's quite uncertain and quite random. You don't know when to come. But the most important thing that your DPC is already selected, right? Devanjan is DPC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, so I think work as hard as possible and communicate with as much company as you can from LinkedIn, from maybe any from other social networking platform. Try to be connect with the HRs or other officers as much as you can and try to be connected, because at our time our DPC was very hardworking, and take suggestion from him, that will help.
One more question I have. Actually, I know simulation software like DWSim and ANSYS, but I don't have any certificates because I did it from the NPTEL and others. So can I place them in my resume?
Yeah, you can mention it. Right? Like I also mentioned MATLAB, but I was not even like this is the courses, okay, you know, so you can mention them.
Okay.
Why
There is-
people from your batch only placed in core companies? Is there any specific reason?
That's fine.
Like many of the people don't want to go to the non-core ones.
That's okay. Any other questions, or else we can end the session?
Is it true that for placing in the non-code is too much difficult for the chemical MTech students?
Actually, competition is really hard there in the non-core profiles because from all the departments you are competing, and in the core ones you have only your branch.
Yeah, I think, but it's not like that. But there are other people in from our previous batches.
Yeah,
There are people who placed in non-core, like
but placed in non-core profiles also.
like they are, some of the students actually placed in JP Morgan. It's a I think day one company in IIT. So it's not like that. You can get placed. It's just a coincidence that from our batch, only people are placed in core companies.
Okay.
Do you suggest students who start from May to prepare for the software for the programming? He just started from the May or June for the programming languages. Do you suggest them to carry forward, or you will suggest them to?
I think there is enough time. Like the placement will start from December, so you can still go for it.
Guys, do you have any other questions? Shall we wrap up and the session? Okay then. There is a
Written test
question.
for core companies was both aptitude and technical. Yes, it's the companies who took written test, they take aptitude and technical. It depends upon company. Some of the companies took aptitude and technical both, and some of the companies took only technical. Like Vantage Chemical came in our campus, they took only technical. But other companies took aptitude too. Do the non-core company aptitude that includes coding questions too? Yeah, most
Yes.
of the non-core companies, yeah. Yeah, I think some of the companies which are data analyst or consultant firms, sometimes they avoid the coding. They used to put only aptitudes, but most of the companies.
And some of the companies had this pseudo coding also. So prepare for pseudo coding also. Were written test there for all core companies? No. Like for NFIL, Tata Steel, and HPCL, Lumas Technology, they were not having any test.
Is this due to COVID, or like in previous years also they had the same shortlist criteria?
Like NFIL and Lumas, they didn't come in the previous years, right?
No, they didn't come. Previous year, TCS R&D came.
Yes.
they shortlisted only based on profile, your resume. They didn't take any test. The Galaxy Surfactant came in that year. They took tests where both technical and aptitude was there. And previous year, IOCL came. They didn't take any test. Starlight came in that year. They took, I think, test. So it depends upon company to company. But maybe due to COVID, they may opt out for taking test. It may happen. Initially, when Navin Florin came, they informed us that they will take GD and they will shortlist from us based on GD. But later they informed that they will not take GD. We practice a lot those GDs. So that's one of the things.
I would suggest you guys should also start preparing for GED, like make a group of 6 to 7 people and do group discussion on alternate days.
Any other questions?
What was the written test frequency during placement session? If you are sitting on non-core core on every company, then it's very frequent. I think there can be one day where you may have to face 3 or 4 tests in a day. I think from November it used to become very frequent.
For the core companies, we were not having any written test in before December.
Yeah.
Right, Soumya?
Yeah. Only after December. No. In Vantage, the Vantage took
Vantage was
at the end of November. Yeah. Only one.
But the Tata Advance, Nippon Steel, they were all
in the
after 3rd
placement
December.
week. Yeah, December.
Are aptitude tests online or offline?
Online. What was a pointer of BTech and MTech? Mine was 7.99 in BTech and in MTech 8.33.
Mine was 8.32 in BTech and 9.33 in MTech.
There's any other questions, please ask.
Does the test took place in online mode only this time or in previous years also? I don't know, to be honest, especially.
I think in previous years also, test only they took in online mode.
For data analyst profile, up to what level of coding one should learn?
I think you should know the Python, and I also learned R language also for data analyst. Up to what level, I can't actually say about it.
Yeah, I think
any special tips for all of us? I would say one thing, whenever you're going to give an interview for any company, just go through the company profile really well, like what they are doing, their plant location. Okay, these things you should know. And in an interview at the end, when they ask, do you have any questions? So please ask them something about their company only or anything you can ask. But please ask. Don't say, no, I don't have any question. Soumya?
Yeah, absolutely. That's true. And why I already mentioned that whatever you are doing in your project, try to link some kind of connection with the company.
Yeah, that's important. How many hours you spend on MTech thesis daily? Like mine was experimental, so I was not working at home. So I was only preparing for placements. Soumya, view?
I spend a lot of time. It depends on your guide.
It depends. It depends on your guide. Yes. In aptitude exam, core company took only quant or technical questions also like MCQ type.
MS.
Yeah, there were quant as well as technical questions both.
What
kind
kind
question
of
you have asked to
question
them?
you have asked to them in interview? Okay, tell.
Let's continue.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask that they didn't reveal too much about their profile. So I asked them that what will be my actual role in the company. Like they just mentioned management training. So I asked them my role in detail. Vaishali, please.
How much ideally time required for placement preparation along with thesis work? Like again, it depends. If you are preparing for the core profile, then you really don't need to devote much time. But for non-core ones, then you have to work really hard along with the thesis work.
Isn't it is R&D profile what they have hired for NFL? Did they mention about that? Anything?
When I asked them, they told me that they have R&D, design and operation. 3 of the sections they have, but in which profile will be accommodated at this present point, we also don't know.
Okay. The locations weren't also disclosed.
Yeah, locations were disclosed. Locations are they have corporate office in Mumbai and they have plant in Devas and Surat. Isn't it okay? Is it okay, Vaishali?
Yes. Was an FIL open only for PG students? Yes, it was specifically for chemical PG students, MTech students, MTech and MS both. Where is our job location now? Till now, we really don't know. It might be Surat or the Devas. For consultancy profile, what one should do to get placed in? Like I was, Somadev, do you want to say something?
No, you please.
Okay, so what I did, like I prepared guesstimates, puzzles. You can get number of puzzles on YouTube and Geeks for Geeks also. So prepared them and case study was there. So these 3 things they do really ask in their interviews that I got to know from my seniors. So I prepared these 3 things specifically for this profile.
Guys, any other questions or shall we close the session? Please feel free to ask any doubts that you have regarding placement or anything.
Yes, NFL comes this year again. It depends depends on your DPC. Right, Somadev?
I have not done much in my BTech project. Should I mention it in your resume now? If you don't mention it, it will not harm you. But if you mention it, you need to practice. You need to have proper knowledge on that.
Are you prepared for case study? Okay, so I really don't remember there are some sources where you can prepare case study. Do you remember any source, Somadev?
I didn't prepare too much for case study. Prepleaf was there for case study also?
Yeah, Prepleaf was also there. Like some YouTube channel is there.
Yeah.
From there. Like you can just, if you see 2 to 3 guesstimates or case study, then you will get the idea about all these things. And they are really interesting. average CTC for non-core.
Of course, like lot I
Don't have an idea, Shashi, for this, the average CTC. Did core company ask the technical case study as a process engineer?
I did not face.
No.
Technical case study.
As far as I remember, they didn't. Any core company didn't ask technical case study.
Yeah, I think that is too tough. I think for a fresher to answer technical case study. If you have any relevant job experience, then they might ask you about some specific problem in your plant. Then they may ask you how you can solve the problem. Then they may ask you about that. But unless and until you are fresher, I don't think so they will ask that much of difficult question.
Yeah, like your whole interview will depend on your resume. Whatever you have mentioned in your resume, they will ask from your resume only.
It's already 6, so we'll close the session.
Were you focused on GATE 2 along with placement preparation? No, I was not preparing for GATE exam. Like I was preparing, but I left the preparation in July only. I was completely focusing on the placements.
Yeah. But lot of the people actually are were focused on GATE and placement
Yes.
both. So this is not an issue because if you are preparing for GATE, it will actually strengthen
Preparing
your
for core profiles.
strengthen your core profile.
For
For
data
data
analyst,
analyst and consultancy profile, what peaks should be there in the resume?
I think points. It must be points.
What points? Okay, what points should be there in your resume? Virtually.
Any languages like then you can mention. If you have any project related to those languages if you have done, then you can mention those projects in their resume. Yeah, I guess.
Did your project topic help you to get placed? That we don't know because they asked about the project related questions. We asked them that whether they liked our project part or not. How can we know? But if you have to ask, you have to answer it confidently. Whatever you are doing in project.
Yeah, like prepare a project really well. If you're an
Really,
MTech or
well.
MS student, then prepare a project really well.
Really well. Because that is your job now, because they are hiring you based on that. It will help you.
Guys, any other questions? We'll close the session, and on the ending note, would you both like to add any suggestions or guidance for us for core profiles, like basic?
I think everything already we have discussed.
Yes.
Just brush up your chemical engineering skill and the project, and basically be confident about it. Because anytime, don't be disappointed after maybe day 1, day 2, day 3 is gone by. Just don't get disappointed. Chances will come.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Vaishali and Soumyadev, for joining and making this happen. I think this helped a lot of us.
Thank you, Jayashree, for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And thank you for organizing this beautiful session.
Thank you.
Yeah. Best of luck to all of them.